Hey guys, I know it's been a while, so just thought I'd jump on here with a video. And I've just been running around all day. It's national conference and it's virtual, so there's a lot of stuff to watch. And because I can watch it, I pause it when I'm taking notes. So it's taking longer than it would in person, to be honest, but I am who I am. So I just wanted to show you dinner. And today I am challenging myself to use Pampered Chef products that I don't normally use. I have my go-tos, as you know, if you've watched any of my videos, but today I'm challenging myself to do something different and expand my cooking. I don't know, cookware use, Anywho, I'm using different products. So I'm gonna make a meatloaf. Joe loves it. I'll also be making mashed potatoes here in a bit, but this is the meatloaf. I always make a fairly large one because we always like the sandwiches the next day. And by we, I mean him. I could take it or leave it, but here we are. So I'm gonna tear up 4 pieces of bread. I usually use crackers, and I usually use the mix and chop to mash them up, but oh, you know what? I actually have a new toy that I could have mashed them up with, but I don't have any crackers, so we're going with bread today. And Joe will be disappointed if he sees this because he likes when I use the crackers. I'm sure he will live. He won't turn down meatloaf, but let me show you my new toy. Just a second. Let me finish ripping up the 4 pieces of bread. Do you guys like, I guess this is comfort food. Meatloaf is comfort food, wouldn't you think? So this isn't exactly a healthy meal, but I have a couple tricks to make it healthier. But let me show you my new toy. Ignore the background. I've been at conference for a couple days. And my cat, that white cat's gotten really big. That's the one I found under the dumpster that was fit in the palm of my hand. But anyway, this is my new toy. This is a meat tenderizer, and you could use this to crush up the crackers for meatloaf if you had crackers, which I do not. So it's all about substitutions today. So I tore up the bread. I'm gonna put a couple eggs in here as a binding agent. And like I said, I make a big meatloaf because we eat sandwiches and whatever. So let me rinse off my hands. Soap, food safety, whatnot. Okay. So, you know, I've lived in this house for how long? You think I'd figure out which drawer to put everything in? But here we are. Real life. Okay, so eggs. The next thing I would normally do is I would take a clove of garlic and I would put it in our garlic press. You don't have to peel it or anything. So normally I just plop it in this and then squeeze it like that and then scrape it off. But I'm gonna try something new today. So we do have more things than this garlic press, despite me loving it and using it a lot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, let me get this out of the way. I have like 3 freezer bags full of this stuff, or I would save it. I need to make some vegetable broth, but okay. So I'm going to use our garlic peeler. This is just a little silicone tube. I'm going to put the garlic in here, and then I'm just going to roll it like this, and it comes out perfectly peeled. Okay, so then I'm going to use our garlic slicer, and this will give you bigger chunks of garlic than the garlic press, but it is an option if you want just a tad more garlic flavor in bites. And then you just put it down in there. You could do 2 at once, which, why don't I just go ahead and do that, because let's be efficient. Throw it in there. Roll it back and forth, and as you can see, it came out peeled. And then I'm going to put that in the other side, and I am just going to turn this. And here, let me do it over here on this so I can show you the pieces that come out. Okay, so these are the size of the pieces that are coming out when you use the garlic slicer. So this is something different. So on a pizza, I think this would be good, just here and there. Anytime you can use fresh garlic and not use the powder or the little jars of garlic with all the extra chemicals and everything in it, that's the best. So we have that. So that's our garlic, and you can see the peels still in there. Dishwasher safe. So that's the garlic peeler and slicer. So that's something different that I don't normally use. Now, the next thing we're going to put in here is our enrichables. Like I said, this is not the healthiest meal with, the meat, but I can help with the vegetable content a couple ways. One way is to put in this kale and fiber. So we're just going to put this in here like this, and it won't affect the taste. It may affect the color a little, but once I bake the meatloaf, you won't be able to tell it's in there. So shh, more vegetables in Joe's diet, but don't tell him. So these packets, you can also get these as a subscription. We have those, the kale and fiber, which the fiber is chicory root, by the way, and the pea protein. So, but clearly this has a lot of protein already. So, okay, we'll put that in there. Another thing I'm going to do, I would usually chop up some onions. Don't have any, substitution. So I'm using these Lipton onion soup mix packets, but I'm using the beefy onion because it's going to give it a little more, like a deeper flavor. I like this better than the regular for most. I am weak because I can't even, are you serious right now? Okay. So there's the beefy onion. What is wrong with me, y'all? I don't know. Cut my finger off on a video. At least the insurance company would have something to refer back to with questions. Okay. So I'm going to put that in. Then of course some salt and pepper. And I use these all the time, but there's not really a substitution for them. So our salt and pepper grinders. Also, if you go to the website and there's anything you want, I have an order going in on the 15th. I can send you that link. If anything is out of stock, let me know what you want, and as soon as it comes back in, I can let you know. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of A1, and then I can't do lids, I can't open packages. I'm gonna do a little parsley. I would prefer fresh parsley, but you would have to find a deer out here and ask them how mine tasted this year because they decimated my garden. So, I don't know. Fresh would be better, but again, here we are. Substitutions. And then I am going to put just a little bit of this smoky barbecue rub. This is a Pampered Chef seasoning. You can make a lot of recipes a little bit different and tweak them just a little bit by adding some seasonings. The good thing about our seasoning is it has a lot of seasonings in one. So you don't have to buy 4 or 5 and mix it yourself for like Greek rub or Italian, etc. So just check out our pantry items. Okay, now we are going to boost the vegetable content with these. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is another thing that I usually use my batter bowl, but this is one of our glass mixing bowls. This is the large one. And honestly, I keep these in the top of the closet, top of the cabinet, so they don't get knocked out accidentally. And because of that, I very rarely use them. And I'm not the one I'm worried about knocking them out of the closet, if anybody was wondering. But, or the cabinet, I don't know why I keep saying closet. So we're just going to use the scoop loop. Again, there are not many substitutions for this. It's the best tool for the job. You could also use a knife, but you know. Okay, just gonna peel this out a little bit. Peel it out, scrape it out. I don't know why I'm having trouble with words today. Maybe I should see a doctor or something. Might be losing my marbles. No comments from the peanut gallery on that. Okay. Okay. Then I do this one. And so what I would normally do is chop these up with a knife and then use our food chopper. But we have something else. So I'm just going to cut these up into smaller pieces. And then we're going to use the manual food processor. I always usually grab the food chopper because it's in the front of the cabinet. Apparently cabinet placement is very important to me when choosing which products to use. So there's a fun Angie fact for you. So I'm just going to put these in here and then put this on here, unlock it. Try not to knock it over because, okay, and then you just, and then you just chop it or until you get it to the consistency you want. That's what I've got so far. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same and add this other one. Like I said, you can also do this with the food chopper. And I know you guys are familiar with that. I use that a lot. So again, trying to expand and use different products so I can show you how to use them. This is dishwasher safe. It also comes with a lid. So if you made something like, I don't know, some sauces or something, like for the General Tso chicken, the sauce you use in that, you can do it in here, and if you make up a big bunch, if you really like it, you can put the lid on, put it in the refrigerator, or you can prep it ahead for the next day. If you meal prep over the weekend, or whatever day you meal prep, it's your life. Okay. So, as you can see, now you just take out this 3 blades. We have a sharpener for this, so it will actually sharpen this and the food chopper and our color-coded knives. Our stainless steel knives should be only sharpened by a professional. We have a honing tool that you can use with it, but if you're wanting them sharpened, it has to be done by a professional so you don't void the warranty. So, okay, I need a scraper. Not very prepared, go figure. All right, so I'm just going to put this into my meatloaf. Okay, now to mix all this up, some people put this in a stand mixer and they use the dough hook. Some people do, you know, stand there and try to stir it up. I just use my hands, so that's how I do it. But before I do that, I'm gonna get the loaf pan ready. So this is our stoneware loaf pan. And typically what I would do is I would use our kitchen spritzer, pump it up, spray it, and you know, it would be ready. But I'm trying to show you different products. So what I'm gonna do this time is I'm just gonna pour a little bit of oil in the pan. Then I am going to use our silicone basting brush, and I am just going to coat the pan that way. Now, this little brush is not very expensive, and it is a better alternative than using commercial spray aerosols, you know, like Pam and all of that. It won't damage your cookware, your bakeware. It won't void any cookware warranties, and it will coat it pretty good. Plus you can throw it in the dishwasher. So if you're looking for an alternative to help reduce the chemicals from the oil sprays, this is a good way to do it, and it's not very expensive. So now that the pan is all prepped, I'm just going to mix this all in. So I have a friend who is just completely grossed out by putting her hand in food. Never bothered me, and I feel like I can mix it pretty well like this. I don't know, what do you guys do? I have another friend who always wears gloves because she says that she doesn't like the feeling. Again, I guess I'm more practical. It doesn't bother me at all. So what I am doing, I'm just incorporating everything evenly. And so as I get this mixed up, the kale and fiber packet that I added, as you can see, you can't even see it or tell it's there. So, you know, one thing I forgot to do is preheat the oven, but I also didn't take the cast iron pans out, so it's probably good that I didn't, because it gave me time to realize there was another step in there. So, my sunglasses are sliding down. Okay, so I've got this all nice and incorporated, and then I'm just going to roughly shape it into like a loaf and then pop it in there. Now sometimes I put barbecue sauce on top. Joe prefers ketchup. He thinks the barbecue sauce makes it too sweet. So we'll just use ketchup. Okay, so there is the meatloaf. All I'm gonna do is get the ketchup out after I wash my hands, and I'm going to put ketchup over the top of it, put it in the oven at 350 for about hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half-ish. So that gives me plenty of time to start on the words, they're hard. To start on the mashed potatoes and the dessert I'm gonna make. So you'll probably be seeing more of me. Thanks guys. Talk to you soon.